Thank you. It won't take long because there's food back there and everybody knows how I eat. So, about 6 years ago, Mark and I officed in the same building, and I would be making my day about till 2 o'clock in the morning in a very illegal operation. And being a great chocolatier, I always had these dreams of co-packing, being the co-packer to the industry. And who would have ever thought that this would happen? But Mark and I would stay up till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. He would watch me work, never help me. But the dreams came, and this is what came out of it. And I will tell you that my idea was one thing, to be the co-packer to the industry. The rest is all creative from Mark. Very creative. Woo! Everything you see here came from his brain. Thank you for coming, and I'd like to introduce Mark.
Hey everybody, I've got to know a lot of you over the past 17 months as the mayor and I and the council and Chuck, the city manager, have worked to make this possible in Desert Hot Springs. When I got here 17 months ago, I told the mayor how many jobs we were going to create downtown. I think he's the only one that even halfway believed it. But we're going to have, very soon we'll have 40 employees here. Within the next 2 years, we should have 200, I hope. We're going to be doing some additions onto the building, and we're going to fill these streets of Desert Hot Springs with people walking up and down the streets wanting to spend money. To introduce the mayor, I want to tell you that this is an example of the way that people in Desert Hot Springs feel about him. We went to the Spa Hotel to get a table, to borrow one, to bring it down here, and there was a guy sitting at it, and he said, "No way I'm moving, no way I'm moving." And Paul, one of our employees, said, "Well, it's for the mayor." And he said, "Oh, for the mayor? I love the mayor." So anyway, Mayor Mattis, thank you for all your hard work.
So yes, it was about a 50-50 chance that you're going to get that one person that said, "Yes, I like the mayor." But it happened. So Desert Hot Springs started a journey back in 2012, and I like to tell the story when we have cannabis businesses opening in Desert Hot Springs because it's a good story. We were literally in a spot with $400 in the bank at one point, and we were one of many cities in the Coachella Valley or in the state of California that were in that same boat. We opened our eyes after putting a moratorium on marijuana businesses in our community. We opened our eyes and took a chance on an industry that we weren't very educated in. But all 5 council members thought it was a good idea. We voted unanimously to put tax measures on the ballot, which you, the people of Desert Hot Springs, voted to 70%. Overwhelmingly, 70% of you said, yes, let's bring them to our community. We'll tax it. We'll bring money to our community. Well, doing the math, 6 years later, a little over 6 years later, the city of Desert Hot Springs now has $8.8 million in reserves in the bank.
Yeah.
It's a lot of hard work, cuts to programs, cuts to staff. We lost a lot of good staff. But because of the chance we took on the cannabis industry, we're bringing that back to our community by bringing jobs, trusted an industry that's putting a lot of sales tax dollars in our pockets today. Not literally. That's the wrong thing for a politician to say. But it's important for the future of Desert Hot Springs. It truly is. And this type of business was so new when Mark brought it to me, and we sat across, and he yelled at me a couple times. I didn't yell back because I was scared of him.
Never yell at.
I looked him in the eye and said, "Let's work this out and figure out how we get this business open." I know it took a lot longer than any of these people wanted to, but at Desert Hot Springs, we figured it out. And we're working towards this downtown being revitalized. And if it's a lot of cannabis business, then so be it. It's tax dollars, it's jobs, it's home ownership in the future, and it's revitalizing our downtown. So we're excited about this. I want to take a moment to introduce our city council. If you haven't known this, there's an iHub radio in Palm Springs, which is ran with the CBEP, Coachella Valley Economic Partnership. I got it right. And one of our council members, Russell Betts, actually does a radio show, and he's doing it live today inside. So he's going to be in there, and so he's here today, Russell Betts. Also have Councilmember Jan Pye, who's here, who was just newly elected to council. And I tell you stories about Jan. She sat next to me while we were going through this crisis in Desert Hot Springs financially, and she was the one that kicked me and said, I just went to a conference on cannabis. You really need to open your mind and look at this. So I tell people all the time when they were shocked that I voted yes on the cannabis, bringing it to Desert Hot Springs, and I tell people the reason why is because she kicked me and told me I needed to, and I listened to her. Jan doesn't speak a lot when it comes to a lot of issues, but when she does speak, you listen because it's very short, it's very right, and it's usually always right. So she is one to really thank for the Also want to introduce Gary Gardner, the newly elected city council member. And I wanted to take a moment to thank Jim Fitzgerald, standing next to Gary Gardner. He ran for city council. He didn't win the seat, but it's not easy to run. It's not easy to step into that arena in politics. We as council members live in this community. We run because we want to make a difference in our community. And a lot of times people look at you as a politician and they don't trust you. They don't think of you that way. And they don't think that we represent you, the people on the dais, because we have families, we have roads that need repairs. And that's what Jim did. He stepped up. He wanted to run for that seat. He did a really good job. So thank you, Jim, for taking that step. You don't give a mayor the mic because he'll sit here and talk for 3 hours, so I'm going to stop myself. But with that said, we always like to recognize new businesses. We've taken a partnership with the Greater Coachella Valley Chamber of Commerce, Rebecca said, and we're going around this community and really growing our economic opportunities. And with that said, we like to really introduce businesses to our community and make sure that they're welcomed the proper way. So we work hand in hand with the chamber, and we want to give a certificate of recognition. The mayor and the city council of the city of Desert Hot Springs hereby honors the Microbuddery. The city of Desert Hot Springs welcomes you to the community, congratulates you, and best wishes to your grand opening.
On the far side next to the mayor.
Everybody, this is our general manager.
Are you able to come a little forward, Mayor? Just a little? Yeah. Kat, you guys stay back where you work, please. There you go. Kat, as much as you can. Okay, Mayor, lean in a little. We got it. Good. That's not a smile.
Okay. Just to let you know, afterwards, everything is 15% off today. We have a special for the ribbon cutting. Also, if you spend $100 or more, you get to pick a gift under the Christmas tree for a $1 donation.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna go kind of slow going in so we can go in the dispensary, and then we're gonna go out through the back, into the back parking lot to have a little party and some food and some Coke, Sprite, coffee, tea, first one thing and another. Thank you, everybody, for coming.
You do the ribbon cutting. We're gonna cut the ribbon right now.
Yes.
Please come all the way forward.
I'll see you.
All the way forward. Let's turn this a little bit on a diagonal.
Yeah.
Can we trim that off the mayor a little?
There you go.
Is there a way to get you guys to hear it? Lower this down so it's not running on the side.
Okay, you guys ready? You guys all?
Hold on, before you cut it, click here to start, okay? Let's see what we have here. Right at the tip, guys. Right here.
Okay, you guys ready?
Ready? Back just a little. Not yet, you gotta look here. Right there, guys.
Okay, ready?
Now I'm ready.
Okay, on the count of 3. You ready? 1, 2, 3.
Gotta go get some chocolate. I'm good, don't worry.
Do you want me to ask her Sean? Can you go out and grab Layla? Huh? Want me to call her and ask her if she can grab Layla? It'll be a little while.
It's about what?
I'm gonna get her and drop her off.
Have those later.
You want me to